Matthew, what is Golden Key?
Golden Key is a property management firm. We're located in Birmingham, Alabama, and we focus on single-family houses.
How did you happen to get in that business?
Well, we've been in the house business since 2004, and we acquired a portfolio of rental properties. In about 2007, we went out and looked for a property manager to handle those rental properties. And we had some really high expectations of what we wanted. And we just unfortunately weren't able to find them. So we went out and started our own.
What were you looking for, and what were you not willing to sacrifice?
Yeah, we had three things that we weren't willing to sacrifice on. The accounting, the systems and processes, and the communication. The accounting, very simple, we wanted the numbers to be correct. The systems and processes, we just wanted to make sure that things weren't getting missed. And third, the communication.
How do you communicate with the owners right now?
Well, obviously, we try to keep the owner informed, emails, telephone calls when necessary. But the best way we found to do it is to allow the owner to log into our information system. We give each owner a login ID and password. It allows them to log in and see all the inner workings of what's going on. Everything from work orders to who's paid rent, anything they want to know.
You know, if I own one or more houses, I got two things on my mind. The first thing that I want to know is how quickly can you get that house leased and for the most amount of money? Tell me how you address that.
We have a rent right, rent quick prospect funnel. And our goal is to mass market your property to get as many eyes as possible on that house. And then what we want to do is get as many inquiries on that house and then as many showings as we can. If we do that, what we'll essentially do is, as a natural byproduct, is have a lot of applications. And a lot of applications is what you want as the owner, because essentially it allows you to be in the driver's seat and you to pick which tenant you want.
Now, Matthew, how quickly do you normally lease a house?
Leasing business is very seasonal, so there are certain times of the year that we lease houses quicker. The goal would be to queue up your leases to end at those times. But really, I think the question to ask is, how many people are seeing these properties? How many people are going to these properties or asking about these properties? And how many applications do we have? Well, we have that data. We accumulate that data so that we can make informed decisions about price and product. Because essentially, everything has a market value. And that price and product, if it's not renting, either the price is too high for the home or the product doesn't meet the price. And so again, if we're getting enough showings, then one of those two is broken.
We've all heard horror stories about the renter who comes in the house and tears it up. Tell me about your screening process.
Absolutely. That's the number one thing we do. We need to get the right person in there. We look at 5 different things. First, we look at credit score. How often do they pay their obligations that they've already made? Number 2, we look at income. Do they have enough money to pay for it? And do they have other things that are pulling money away from what they're already obligated to pay? Third, we look at their rent history. How have they done with the landlord they're currently with? Fourth, we look at work history. Do they currently have their job? Is it a stable job? And the last thing we look at is a criminal background check.
Well, this all sounds good, but I got to ask you the question. How much does it cost? What are your fees?
We have 2 different things. One is a leasing fee. The leasing fee goes to cover our expenses for mass marketing your properties. We have a leasing specialist that actually shows each home. And so when the property leases up, then we charge a leasing fee. And that varies based on the number of homes and the home itself. The second thing we have is a management fee, and that's an ongoing fee. And typically that's 10% of the rent we collect.
Do you have any other services that you offer?
We do. We offer an in-house maintenance service. We've found that that's a real winner for our owners. The biggest expense in this business is tenant turnover. So when you're getting to repair orders very quickly, tenants like that and they're going to hang around for a long time.
So tell me your typical client.
The first one is the investor. We're seasoned investors ourselves. We own rental property. We understand the way an owner feels when there is a high repair bill. And so we think we're really good at handling owners that own portfolios of rental properties. The other person we're good at handling, which is kind of on the other end of the spectrum, is the landlord that just doesn't want to be a landlord. They can't sell their home, they owe too much money on it, but they need to buy some time. Maybe they're moving out of town, and we're a good fit for those clients as well.
What would you say to the person who says that I think I can do this myself?
Yeah, those end up being our best clients, and because it is a business of systems and processes and timing, and you may get a repair call on Christmas Eve, and you may be at Aunt Edna's house, and so that's one of the things that those types of people that try to do it themselves, they end up being our best clients.
Well, if somebody likes what they hear today, what would be the next step?
Well, of course, contact us. It's very simple. You can email us. Or you can call us. And what we're going to do is we're going to set up an appointment to come out and see your house. And our goal is to solve two questions. One is, what will your house rent for? We want to look at comps and look at market rate in the area and see if we can figure out what it will lease for. The second thing we want to do is we want to look that house over and make sure there's anything that won't keep it from renting.
What would you like for people to leave with today as they're watching this?
Property management business is a simple business, but it's not an easy business. And so we suggest hiring a professional to come out and at least evaluate their home. It doesn't cost you anything, and let us come take a look at your house and see if we can empower you with the information to make a good decision on what's best for you.